Earlier this year, I got a really exciting email that said I had won a book award for my book, The Intentional Engineer. And that was a big deal, something that was really validating for the work I'd put into for writing blogs and articles in the engineering space for years and then publishing my first book. However, just a few weeks ago, I had the opportunity to officially receive the award, and when I showed up, the trophy itself was actually broken. I want to tell you that story a little bit. Hi there, my name is Jeff Perry, leadership and career development expert, author of The Intentional Engineer and The Intentional Career Guide to Professional Networking. And a few weeks ago, I officially received my Distinguished Literary Contributions Award from IEEE USA. This is something that really meant a lot to me. The thing is, I had already received the trophy, so I was expected to bring it, and then we'd have me be included in part of the award ceremony for the event. But I forgot it. I didn't realize that until I was on the plane. I was like, oh no, I forgot to pack it. And so I had my lovely wife put it together and ship it to me there because the award ceremony wasn't for a few more days. So I was really excited to receive it the night before the award ceremony, and something happened because the shipping process was not kind to it, and it arrived broken. It was in two pieces, and I'll show you what it looks like now. I've kind of put it together. But you can kind of see there's a lot of cracks down here, and there were pieces of glass shards all over the place in the package, and I was like, oh man. And at first, I was really bummed and even embarrassed. Like, hey, I'm about to go receive this award tomorrow, and it's broken. This thing that I worked really hard for and meant a lot to me. But then I thought a little bit more, and to some degree, there's a great metaphor and a lot of meaning in that for me. That we do things throughout our lives, and sometimes they break, sometimes they don't work out, and that's okay, right? I'm still able to put it together. I still receive the award. It's the thing itself doesn't matter nearly as much, but it's representative of my journey. My career has been anything but linear, and I'm sure yours has as well, and it rarely is. And the reality is none of us goes through life and our careers unscathed. I've talked with so many people who have dealt with workplace trauma, harassment, discrimination, severe burnout, loss of family and friends, and all sorts of other things that just leave us feeling broken, stuck, and struggling for one reason or another in our lives. But we can still put these things back together again. And as humans, we have way more ability to actually grow and heal and change and transform, even more than gluing back together an inanimate object like a trophy, right? We can change our mindsets. We can change and heal from wounds of the past and use those to inform how we live our lives in the future and how we bless and seek to help and support others along the way. So this trophy now, although broken and imperfect and with cracks and scars on it, it actually has a lot more meaning to me, I think now. I can think back to so many examples of people that I've worked with over the years, with one client who I had who dealt with severe burnout because of his work and trauma and some real negative pieces to how leaders were treating him. And it took a toll on his body. And now dealing with even a cancer diagnosis at a young age, in his early 30s, and other surgeries that he's had to have and other things. And he had to do a lot of emotional healing as well. But he's now looking back and grateful for how he has learned through that experience and intentionally creating the future that he wants to create for he and his family after welcoming his first child into the world with he and his wife. Thinking about another person who also dealt with severe burnout and felt lost and stuck and wanting to revisit some of the things that he wanted to do in his career. At the same time, his father passed away. And that was a spark of lightning and action for him to say, hey, there's some things I need to do to take care of me and my health. So he took a step back and he went from a management leadership position that was high stress and a high stress environment to an individual contributor role where he feels like he's actually delivering more value than he's ever done. His work-life alignment is better than it's ever been. And his satisfaction and health is better than it's ever been because he is intentionally creating what he wants to create for he and his family, right? These moments of feeling broken are not the end. They can sometimes be the beginning of a transformation that we're about to go through. So I guess that just begs the question for all of us. What would happen if each of us used those moments of stuck and brokenness and said, hey, what can I make out of this? How can I grow and develop? And how can I bless others because of this experience that I'm having now? Additional questions like, how will I respond to this? What is really most important to me? And who will I become on the other side of this challenge and difficulty that I'm facing right now? These are just a small sampling of questions that really matter, but it's becoming my life's work to help unlock the sorts of insights and changes and transformations in people through asking questions like this and helping them see purpose in the past and a clear vision and purpose for their future. So my simple invitation to you with this video is just to be intentional in your life and career. That's been what this has all been about for me and the people that I've been helping. Be intentional because the world needs an intentional you for all that you can bring and for all that you can become. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey, and I would love to help you and your team and organization in the future if opportunities connect. Thanks so much. See you on the next video.